My name is Mizuna Kyogoku. I'm 26 years old. I'm working at MoniRobo Trading Company, where we specialize in sourcing products from the local area and export them to every corner of the country.
Mizuna, I'm having trouble finalizing contracts. I feel like I can't keep the client interested when I'm negotiating with them. I haven't gotten any contracts signed this year.
You've got to have more confidence in yourself. Clients can tell when you're not sure of yourself, and that makes your negotiation lose persuasion too. Just make the benefits of buying from us clear. Show them the data comparison we have for other companies, and keep on pushing. I know you can do it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I'll do my best.
Mizuna, I'm finding it hard to negotiate with clients that are much older than me. I can feel a generational gap when I'm talking about the products that we have to offer, and it's like they can't trust what a kid like me has to say.
Then how about using your youth to your advantage? Show them how passionate you are.
But even if I show more passion, if they're not interested because of how young I look, then won't it just add fuel to the fire? Some clients really don't seem impressed by my presentation at all.
I think that they'll be more interested in your presentation if you appeal to their desire to broaden their target market. If they only listen to people who are their own age, they'll only end up selling to that age range. If you show how passionate you are about the products you have to offer and prove that your generation wants these products, you'll have their signature in no time.
Audience-based marketing. Oh, that makes so much sense. I'll give it a try. Thank you, ma'am.
Mizuna is amazing, isn't she? I wish I could be more like her. She's great at what she does, and she knows how to give the most suitable advice. I can't believe she didn't go to high school.
Seriously? She's so perfect for this job. I assumed that she had majored in economics or something, but she didn't even go to high school? That really is amazing.
Apparently, she started working here part-time and learned the ropes just by gaining more and more experience in the field. She was visiting clients and signing contracts from early on, and worked out what negotiation tactics went well and what didn't as she went along. And she's made her way to department manager, so obviously she was pretty successful.
She built her own career from the ground up. That really is cool. It's not something anyone could do.
That's right. I graduated from middle school and got a job in this company soon after. You don't hear about middle school graduates that often, so you might be wondering why I didn't progress to high school. Well, to explain that, I'll have to tell you a bit about my family first. Until I graduated from middle school, I lived with my mother, stepfather, and my half-sister, Miyuki. Unfortunately for me, even though we had the same mother, it made a world of difference that we had different fathers. I'm home! Miyuki, you're amazing. You got the highest grades in your class again. You're our little genius.
You're amazing, Miyuki. We can always rely on you to make us proud, even if a certain someone else doesn't.
Getting the highest grades is a piece of cake. I don't know why other people find it so difficult. I guess I'm just special like that.
Oh, Mizuna, I didn't realize you had come home. So, what did you get on your practice tests? I hope you won't disappoint us like you did last time. Here you go.
There's no point expecting anything from her. She's got average grades. She's neither at the top or bottom of her year.
You're not even close to matching Miyuki. It's a shame, but I suppose there's no helping it. Your father was just as useless. If it's in your blood, there's no way you can change. My little sister was good at studying, and it wasn't rare for my mom and her dad to be praising her for getting the top scores in her year. And I couldn't deny that she was smart. She had grades good enough to rank among the top students in the state. As for me, I spent more of my time hanging out with my friends rather than studying, so my grades weren't that good. And I wasn't that bothered by the grades themselves. Even if I did my best, I would never be able to beat Miyuki with my test results. However, it did bother me that my own mom would use that against me to compare me to Miyuki. It was hurtful enough that she would often bring up how she hated that I looked like her ex-husband and kept me at arm's length because of it. But being told that I wasn't good enough on a regular basis really did a number on me. Of course, my stepfather would favor his own daughter and would shower her with love, so I often felt unwelcome in my own home. Hey, Mom, I want to go to this high school, so could you fill in the parent-guardian section of this form? What? You're kidding, right? You think you can go to high school? My grades aren't that bad. I know that they're not as good as Miyuki's, but they're pretty average. And the school isn't prestigious, but it's not like I'll embarrass you by going there. Hang on a second. That's not what I mean. I'm saying that...
She means that you're not going to high school whether you like it or not. There's no money to pay for your tuition fees. At least, there's no money that I'm willing to give away. You're not my daughter. Why should I pay for your education?
And we won't be wasting any more money on raising you. Once you graduate from middle school, you're going to leave this house. What? You're not being serious. I can't stand looking at you anymore. Every day you look more and more like your father. You can't blame me for hating you if you look like that useless idiot. But how am I supposed to do anything about that? It's not my fault that I look like him. I don't even remember what he was like. What am I supposed to do after you kick me out? How should I know? You'll have to think about that yourself. Once you graduate from middle school, you'll no longer be my daughter. After being notified without any warning about how I was going to be kicked out of the house, I begged them to rethink their decision, but it was a waste of time. In the end, I couldn't go to the high school, and I ended up leaving the house on the day of my graduation. I was 15, and I had no house, and of course, no money. I had nothing else in the world. Unsurprisingly, I was having trouble looking for work, too. Without a fixed address and no bank account to have my pay transferred to, I couldn't get a job to pay for food or shelter. For a short period of time, I was even homeless and spent nights sleeping on benches in dark corners of the local park, but I didn't have to suffer for long. I was lucky enough that I was offered a hand by a good Samaritan.
You look like you had a rough time, but you did your best to survive all on your own. How about you come and work with me? You'll have to start out working part-time since you're still a minor, but when you get older, you can come and work with me full-time. Or you can even go out and get a job elsewhere.
Really? Can I work for you? But what about my address? I don't even have a bank account. Do you pay in cash?
No, don't worry about that. We can help. Our company's got a program for kids just like you, who don't have a home to go to and want to work. We have a dormitory where you can live for free as long as you're a minor working for our company. Of course, if you save up enough money, you're free to find your own place.
Really? I'm not dreaming? I can actually work and I'll have a place to live? Thank you. Thank you so much. Like that, I found a place to work and a place to live. I started out as a part-timer, but as time went on, I felt that I had a sense for the negotiation and presentation skills needed for selling products, and I decided to stay on and work full-time when I became an adult. I can't believe it's already been 10 years. It doesn't feel like it's been long at all.
Mizuna, we're going to have some new employees coming in tomorrow. I'll be introducing them to the entire team in the meeting room. I'm relying on you to keep an eye on them as they work, and give them direction. Let me know if there are any problems.
Of course. I'll do my best, Mr. Nakono. Right now, I'm enjoying my work and personal life, and I've done my best to forget and leave behind everything that happened to me in that house. Now, I have colleagues and a boss who I love, and I'm really happy. Everything was going perfectly, or it was, until the next day when my whole life started to crumble away again.
Thank you for hiring me. I'm looking forward to working with you all. I'm a little nervous, but I'll do my best. Thank you. Oh, I already said that. Sorry.
How sweet. I remember how nervous I was when I first started working, too.
That's all right. Thank you for your introduction. Who's up for introducing themselves next?
I hope the next person is just as sweet. Huh? No way. This can't really be happening.
My name is Miyuki Koyugoku. I graduated from MoniRobo University. It's the best college in the country. I'm sure you've heard of it. I was working in Sukato Trading Company until 6 months ago, but I left and applied for a job here. You don't have to thank me. Oh, and there's no point in telling me your names since I won't be able to remember them anyway. All right, I'm done introducing myself. Did she say Sukato Trading Company? It's the biggest company in the country. They handle foreign goods and even export domestic products. And she went to MoniRobo University? She's a super elite.
Hang on, I swear she said that her last name was Kyogoku. Doesn't that mean...
My god, she did. Come to think of it, she looks similar, so she's related to... Oh yeah, I forgot about making that clear. Mizuna is my older sister.
I knew it! I knew that she looked familiar when she walked into the room.
To be honest, I'd rather be somewhere else, and I'm way too good to work in a place like this, but my sister couldn't stop begging me to come work in the same company, so I decided to do her a favor and grace you with my presence.
What? I never begged you to do anything. I haven't even spoken to you once in the past 10 years since I left.
Miyuki, you shouldn't really speak to clients like that. With that tone of voice, they'll think that you're not interested in doing business with them, and you won't be able to sign any contracts. You should take a leaf out of your sister's book. She's the department manager and she knows what she's doing.
Shut up. You're so annoying.
Huh? Did you say something?
I said that you should shut up. Just because you started working here before me doesn't mean that you're better at this job than I am. You're not doing business. All you're doing is kissing up to clients. Do you even have any masculinity left after all that ass kissing? And first of all, you didn't even go to college. You don't have any right to tell me what to do. I actually have a degree. People like you should shut up and listen to what I say, not the other way around.
What? Why the hell do I have to be told something like that? I'm not kissing anyone's ass. I'm treating our clients with respect. Just because you're the department manager's little sister doesn't mean that you can get away with doing anything and saying anything.
Miyuki, what did you do now? I'm sorry about my sister. I'll talk to her and make sure she apologizes to you later.
It's okay, Mizuna. I know that it's not your fault. You don't have to apologize.
Thanks, but I will make sure that Miyuki apologizes to you when I'm done with her. Miyuki, come with me, right now.
What do you want? My time is really precious, you know.
Hey, you seem to be under the impression that your higher education and flashy CV make you better than the people around you, but here's a surprise. You're not. You're new here. You don't know how to do anything yet. Frankly, you're doing the worst out of all the new employees we hired this season. You need to be more humble and willing to learn from the people around you.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? How did you decide that I'm doing the worst?
How? You haven't signed any contracts since you got here. I thought your experience at Tsukatu would have helped a little in giving you an idea of what you had to do here, but you've produced nothing. This company relies heavily on our regular clients, but we also need to put a lot of effort in finding new clients to buy products from and sell to. Our profits depend on always signing new contracts. Do you understand?
That's not my fault. All the clients I was told to cover were all idiots. They didn't understand the presentations I gave, and they weren't good enough for me. I'm waiting for someone that's worth my time. Unlike you, I went to high school and I went to university. There's no way I can't do anything you can do, so I have to make sure I don't waste my time with the scraps. I'll let you deal with those.
Miyuki, there's something you have to understand. Just because you had the best grades in middle school and you graduated high school with flying colors and attended the top university doesn't automatically make you a professional in any career you advance to. You have to put in the time to understand that job too, you know.
I'm just lacking in motivation because I'm surrounded by idiots that don't understand me and can't do anything as well as I can. It's not my fault I don't feel like working.
Everyone already hates you because of your obnoxious attitude. You're going to have a lonely time at this company if you keep it up. Why don't you apologize and start over?
No way. So what if they hate me? They're just jealous of me. Why should I be friends with any of them when I know they're not good enough?
I guess there's no point in trying to convince you. Fine. I hate to do this, but I have no choice. I really don't want to have to talk to her again, but someone's got to do something to fix your work ethic. It's for the team and for the company. Only I can do this. I thought I would never have to go through this ever again. Hey Mom, it's Mizuna. What do you want? I thought I told you that you wouldn't be my daughter anymore once you left the house. That also means you can't just call us whenever you feel like it. Yeah, great to hear your voice too. I'm not calling because I wanted to. If anything, I wanted to avoid you for the rest of my life too. Then why are you calling me? I don't have a lot of time, so make it quick. It's about Miyuki. She started working at the same company as me. She's actually part of my team, but she's causing a lot of trouble. I need you to talk to her. Oh, Miyuki. What? Are you jealous that she's doing a better job than you are? You can't blame her. She's a genius. I thought you already understood that she was better than you when you were in middle school. No, if anything, it would have been much better if that was the case. But it's the complete opposite. What do you mean? It's the complete opposite? There's no way you got better results than her at work. But I do. Miyuki can't do anything, but she's too proud to ask for help and won't even listen to the advice we all give her. She thinks she's too smart for this job. She's seriously got to sort out her attitude or she's going to lose her place here. Then it's simple. You just have to fix everything for her. But it's not that simple. She's no good at making presentations, her negotiations are terrible, and she ends up angering all the clients she speaks with. And even if it was easy to help her, she won't accept anything from me, of all people. Why do you think we put her in the company you work at? We even managed to get her into the same department as you. It's not just a coincidence. Her father and I pulled all the strings we could to position her in the best place so you could be her direct manager. What? It wasn't a coincidence? I thought that it was a nightmare that she had come to work here, but this is worse than I imagined. Of course not. You really are stupid, Mizuna. Miyuki's father knows a certain someone from your company. We just fed him a few lies about how Miyuki was being bullied at her previous job, maybe mentioned where Miyuki's father works, and he was happy to hire her. Anyway, you may be the shame of our family, but you still managed to become a department manager. It'll be easy for you in your position to make a few changes to her performance review when the time comes. What? You're joking, right? Why should I do that? I can't lie about her progress so she can keep her job. Oh, and make sure she gets promoted as soon as possible, and give her a raise and plenty of days off. She's entitled to that much. She's a genius that went to MoniRobo University, but she's willing to work for a less than prestigious company like yours. What? Of course I can't do that. You're asking for the impossible. You're her older sister. Don't you want your sister to do well at her job? You're obliged to take care of her and support her. We fed you, we gave you a place to sleep, and even bought you clothes for 15 years. If you want to pay back that debt, then now's the time to do it. You've never given anything back to this family, but now you can finally be of use. Excuse me? Did I hear that correctly? You think that I owe you? Yeah, in some ways kids owe their parents a lot, but I've never heard of a parent saying that their kids owe them after refusing to let them go to high school and then kicking them out with no money to live on. Enough. Just do as I say, useless girl. There's no point talking to her either. This is where Miyuki must have gotten it from. Why on earth did I think that speaking to Mom would help anything? She's one half of the reason why Miyuki thinks so highly of herself. The next day,
Mr. Riku, I'm glad that you're pleased with this year's numbers. I hope that we can continue to support one another. You've shown great promise. We're looking forward to what you'll achieve in the next few years.
Oh my god, who is that unbelievably hot guy? I've gotta get his number. Hey, Mizuna! There's a really handsome guy talking to Mr. Nakano in his office. Do you know who it is? I've gotta know.
handsome guy? The only guy that's in here right now is...
Mr. Nakano was calling him Mr. Riku. Come on, tell me. I need to know who he is. He was really hot, and he's exactly my type.
Miyuki, I don't know what you're thinking, but you're bound to find out sooner or later. He's a department manager at MoniRobo Tradings.
He's working at that major company and as a department manager? But he's so young. If he's already so successful, then it must mean that he's a genius like me. He must have gone to MoniRobo University as well. I can't believe I haven't met a handsome guy like him before. He's perfect for me.
I knew it. That's the only reason you'd be interested in knowing who he was. Miyuki, come with me for a second.
What do you want, Mizuna? Why did I have to follow you all the way out here? If you're going to introduce me to Riku, then I'll forgive you. But if not, then you're just wasting my time.
I haven't told anyone else about this because we still want to enjoy our privacy, but I have to tell you before you do something to embarrass yourself. Riku and I are dating.
What? Keep your hallucinations to yourself, Mizuna. There's no way he would date someone like you. Yeah, you may be a department manager now, but you didn't even go to high school. You're not worthy of a guy like that. If you are dating, then his reputation will go downhill in no time. You should give him up.
I don't care what you think, Miyuki. I'm not giving him up for your sake. We're in love. Don't try anything funny.
Yeah, all right. It's a shame I have to give up a catch like that, but I don't want your leftovers anyway.
At this time, I had already had a bad feeling about what Miyuki might do, but I never imagined that she would go that far. Even if she was self-centered and obnoxious, she was still my sister. I still had to hope that unlike my mom, she wouldn't do anything that crossed the line.
Mizuna, has anyone seen where Mizuna is? Mizuna, are you here? It's an emergency!
Mr. Nakano, I'm right here. Is something the matter?
I need you to come with me to my office right now. We've got to speak about something in private. It's extremely urgent.
I wonder what happened. He seems really panicked, so it's gotta be something pretty serious. I've never seen him like this before. I hope I can help. Excuse me, sir, I'm coming in.
Come in and make sure you shut the door. I want to do something before this gets out. The truth is, I've been contacted by MoniRobo Tradings. They say that they want to cancel all contacts that they have currently with our companies, and that they never want to do business with us ever again.
What? They want to cancel everything? What happened to make them decide something like that so suddenly? If we lose all the contracts we have with them, our numbers will plummet. We won't have anything to keep us afloat.
I know, we might end up going bankrupt. That's why I've already done my best to try and convince them to rethink their decision, but the CEO over there is pretty adamant. He won't listen to me anymore.
No way. But why did they suddenly cut us off? We've always had a great partnership with them.
Well, apparently it's your sister's fault. She's the reason why they suddenly turned their back on us.
What? Miyuki caused all this? What did she do? It turned out that Miyuki had done something when she had gone to Robo Tradings for a business meeting. She'd been caught by the CEO, and he was furious. Whatever she had done, it was enough for him to announce that he wasn't interested in doing business with our company ever again. We didn't have the details, but it was clear he had been greatly offended. Mr. Nakano, if you'll give me some time, I can find out more about what happened. I'll have to leave my desk for a while. I thought I told her not to try anything funny. That idiot. Can't believe she could have done something so stupid. Riku, can we talk? I want to ask what happened with my sister. Apparently all our contracts have been suspended because of what she did.
Mizuna, I'm sorry about all this. I didn't think that the CEO would go so far. He's pretty pissed off, but I know that it's not your company's fault.
No, I know that you couldn't have done anything. Can you please tell me what happened? I need to figure out how I can fix this.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Your sister came to see me, and I heard that someone from MoniRobo Trading Company had come for a business meeting. But I wasn't scheduled to join in, so I was surprised when she turned up at my desk. She said that she had some important details to check with me, and when I let her through to one of the meeting rooms, she pounced on me.
What? She did what?
Mizuna, I didn't do anything with her, okay? I pushed her away, I swear. You've gotta believe me. I would never cheat on you.
Yeah, I believe you. Don't worry about that. But I'm sorry my sister caused you so much trouble. I can imagine that she must have been pretty persistent. She seems to think that no one would say no to her.
You don't have to apologize for your sister's behavior. You couldn't have done anything, but I'm really sorry too. I wasn't going to report it because I knew that it might affect your company's position, but it was already too late. The CEO and his perfect timing. He passed by the door and heard that someone was in the meeting room and came in to check. He found me trying to get your sister off of me and he lost it.
Alright, I understand. Thanks for telling me. I'll call you again later. Miyuki?
What do you want? I'm taking a break.
You went to Robo Tradings to have a business meeting, didn't you? I want to talk about it.
What about it? I'm so busy. Can we keep it short?
You just said you're taking a break. Miyuki, look at me. I want to talk about how you threw yourself at my boyfriend. I told you that I was dating Riku, remember? Why would you do that?
So what if I did? It's not like I slept with him. Chill out a little. I'm pretty sure he enjoyed the attention.
Miyuki, you really are an idiot. What makes you think that?
Of course he'd prefer me over a middle school graduate like you. I'm smarter, prettier, and better than you in every single way. He would choose me over you any day. If I get another chance to see him, I know that he would be happy to continue what we started in that meeting room. Plus, thanks to my efforts, we'll get more requests for working from Robo Tradings. I'll save Riku from you and improve performance for the entire company in one go.
That's enough, Miyuki. You obviously don't understand what you've done.
Wait, if we get more work from Robo Trading, then it means I can take the credit, can't I?
Great.
This means I'll be taking the position of top performer from you. I'm a genius. Too bad, Mizuna.
I told you, that's enough. There's a limit on how big-headed you can be. You haven't improved anything. Because of your actions, we've lost all the contracts we had with Robo Tradings. They've completely cut us off. If we don't get that work back, this company is in big trouble, and it's all your fault.
What? They're not calling us to sign more contracts? I thought that if Riku was department manager, he would have a say on which company to do business with.
No, they've been suspended. Listen to me. Robo Tradings is our parent company. We depend on the work they subcontract to us. Yeah, if we show them we can do well, they'll give us a greater share of work. But we give them a reason to think we can't be professional, they'll cut us off. And now that's happened. We don't know how long it'll be before this company goes bankrupt.
What's the big deal? I'm new. Of course I'll make a mistake here and there. They can't get so serious about something a newbie did. I don't even know why they're so angry.
Don't start acting like the newbie now. Ever since you came here, you've acted as though you were better and smarter than the rest of us, just because you spent a few months in Staccato Trading Company. And it's not just a simple mistake that any new person would make. It would still be cute if you mistyped numbers on the contract or fumbled on your presentation. No, much worse.
Well, I went to university, but the rest of you haven't.
Yeah, well, the rest of us can get our work done properly, but you're the only one in this office that can't do anything. And yet, you have the nerve to act as though we're beneath you, like this job is beneath you. Frankly, you may be good at studying, and you may have gotten good grades all through college, but you're terrible at this job. You don't understand a single thing about what it takes to improve your performance here.
Yeah, I'll do my best from now on. I'm sorry for what I did. That's enough lecturing, isn't it? I apologized, so we can get our work back, can't we?
Of course not. You still don't understand why this is happening, do you? How can you reflect on your actions if you don't know the reason why? The only way to make you understand the gravity of the situation is to fire you.
You're gonna fire me? That's hilarious. You don't have the authority to do that. It's above your pay grade. And you know why that is? Because you didn't go to high school.
What?
I got this job because Daddy has connections in this company. You can't fire me. You're just a department manager. On the other hand, Daddy's a director in a major company. If you fire me, you'll lose the contracts you have with Daddy's company, too. Then MoniRobo Trading Company will really go bankrupt, and you'll all lose your jobs.
You really don't know about anything, do you? I'm starting to feel sorry for how clueless you are. Clearly been left in the dark about everything from your parents.
You're the one that doesn't know anything. You can't fire me. None of you can. Not even Mr. Nakano. This company's too small to be able to stand up to such a major business like Daddy's company.
Unfortunately for you, your daddy won't be able to help you. He can't stop us from firing you, and we won't lose any contracts because of it.
What are you talking about? He's my daddy. Of course he'll help me. He won't just stand by and let me get fired by you. You may not understand how much trouble you'll be in, but I suggest you take it back. Unlike you, I have a daddy that loves me.
He may love you, but that doesn't mean he'll be able to help you. I know that because I heard that he was fired just a while ago.
What? Why would you make up such an obvious lie just to win this argument? You do realize that even if you win the argument, you still won't be able to fire me, don't you? It's hilarious how desperate you are to win against me. Though it makes sense. You've never been able to beat me at anything.
Miyuki, do I look like I'm making a joke? I'm being really serious. He lost his job. Do you even know where your dad works right now? Because you seem to think that he's working in some top-class company when that isn't the case at all.
I'm not an idiot. I know where my daddy works. He's the director in Moni Construction. He's been working there for decades.
I knew it. You really don't know anything, Miyuki. Your dad works at RoboRobo Tradings.
But it's impossible. He told me that he was working for Moni Construction.
He was working for Moni Construction, but he changed jobs about 10 years ago, just before I left. I guess that must have been a big decider in kicking me out. And now he's been fired from RoboRobo Tradings too.
But Riku's just a department manager. Even if he did report what I did, my daddy's a director. He could have easily covered it up for me or spoken to the CEO. But why did he have to get fired? I don't understand.
Riku's the son of the CEO at RoboRobo Tradings. In other words, you attacked the future CEO. Even if he wasn't going to become the head of the company in the future, if the CEO caught some random woman forcing herself on his son, of course he'd get pissed off.
No way. So my daddy can't help me? I'm gonna get fired?
Nobody can help you. You've got to accept that you deserve this punishment for what you did. If anything, you're the one that led to Dad being fired. You should accept responsibility for that, too.
My daddy can't do anything, but can't you help me? You're department manager. You can make the decision to unfire me and just cut my pay a little. What kind of big sister are you if you won't help your little sister when she needs it?
Don't make me laugh. Don't call me your sister just because it suits your convenience now. You never did anything when I was being kicked out of the house. And even before that, you always looked down on me. I've never thought of you as a sister. I'm not gonna start now.
Well, that's different. I was just doing that because Mom and Dad were.
What's so different about it? I get that you were following their lead, but you're an adult now. You need to own up to what you've done. You can't always blame your parents for how you act. But clearly, you're still just as self-centered as you were 10 years ago. That tells me that I can't ever forgive you or your parents for what you did to me.
You're kidding. What do I do?
After Miyuki had made her advances on Riku at MoniRobo Tradings, it was found out by higher-ups that her father had abused his power by pressuring Mr. Nakano to give her a job at our company. He ended up being fired for that one offense, but it was later discovered that he had also been embezzling company money. My mother had always enjoyed reckless shopping sprees, and it turns out that he had been stealing money and forging receipts so that he could avoid paying for her shopping out of his own pocket. At first, they believed that they would be able to survive without my stepfather's income because they had plenty of money saved up, but once the court found him guilty of all charges pressed by his own company, he had to use all the savings to pay back the debt he owed the company. Furthermore, he not only had to pay back all the money he had stolen, but also he had to serve time in prison. My little sister still seemed to be unaware of how great a loss she had caused the company, and thought she could get away with just being fired, but of course, she was summoned to court and charged with paying MoniRobo Trading Company a significant amount of compensation. Even after I had fired her and told her the truth about her father, she still had the gall to rant about how she would be able to find a better job because of her degree, and how she deserved better than a job in a place like this. But I hear that nobody wants to hire her because of the reputation she made for herself by angering the CEO of a major business like MoniRobo Tradings. She's currently unemployed and is blaming the world for everything that's happened to her.
Why me? Why is this happening to me? I went to the best university. I was working in the top business in the country. I should have more.
These events all changed my mother's life for the worse, too. The reason being, I lost the house and lost all my husband's savings, all because he made the stupid mistake of using his power to get Miyuki a job. He couldn't even earn enough to pay for my shopping. How am I supposed to live now? He's in prison, and Miyuki can't find work. Who's going to pay for everything? The house and savings weren't enough to cover the compensation Miyuki owed, and the money that my stepfather had to pay back, so my mother ended up borrowing money. And it was just like her to blame everyone else for her problems, even though she had an equal part in my stepfather's downfall. Mizuna, it's your mom. Can you help me? I don't have anywhere to live, and I've lost all the money your stepfather and I had saved in order to pay back what he owes. Oh, really? Sounds tough. Could you at least give me a house to live in? You can't leave your mother on the streets. You're not that heartless, are you? Says the woman that kicked me out and made me homeless when I was still 15 years old. I had a lot of trouble finding a new job because I was so young, you know? But that's all in the past. It was different. I had no choice. Your stepfather said that we had to kick you out. I couldn't say no. You can't seriously think that I'll accept that as an excuse. You all love to put blame on someone else, but you're all equally in the wrong. I'm not doing anything for you. You and Miyuki should go find jobs and do the best you can to pay back the debt you owe yourselves. It's your punishment. Suck it up. You're a terrible daughter. How could you do this to your own mother? I gave birth to you! Ever since my stepfather's imprisonment, my mother often tries to contact me to beg me for help, but I've made it clear every single time that I have no intention of doing anything for them. I'm not obliged to do anything for the people who didn't treat me like family when they should have. Oh, and as for the contracts between our company and MoniRobo Tradings, they were put back on the table since the CEO found out that we had terminated Miyuki's employment. We were back in the parent company's favor and got all our work back. I've had a few changes in my personal life too. 10 years ago, I lost a family because of their selfishness, but now...
Mizuna, help me! I need the bottle, quick! She won't stop crying! It's okay, honey, I'll get your milk. Please don't cry.
Riku, you're holding her wrong. She's not gonna be comfortable like that. Come on, give her to me. This is how you have to hold her.
Wow, you're right. She stopped crying. I guess I'll stick to just changing her nappies.
I'm married to Riku, and we've had our first baby. She's a beautiful, healthy baby girl, and we're incredibly happy. I've built my own family, and I'm looking forward to spending the rest of my life with my loving husband. My name is Chirako Yamamoto. I'm a 32-year-old housewife. I'm currently living with my husband, Ataru, and my son, who's in elementary school. My personal life is picture perfect, and the three of us get on very well together. However, I've had some trouble at work recently, and this time I'd like to tell you a story about what happened to my colleague at my part-time job. Now that I think back, I probably should have made a bigger deal out of it. I regret not being able to slap the smirk off that stupid man's face. Saito, I've gone through these documents and updated the numbers to match the new orders that came in. I think they're ready to be filed and sent off.
Really? That was fast. Thank you, Chirako. I knew I could count on you to do a perfect job.
I'm glad you're my partner. I wouldn't be able to finish any of this without your help. These are the last of the documents that need checking, aren't they? We don't have a lot of work left to do, so at this rate, it looks like we'll be able to go home on time. We won't have to work after hours. Yeah, all that's left is to file today's bank statements, and we can go home. We have to go home at 6 on the dot, no matter what it takes. We shouldn't have to work overtime if we're not getting paid for it. We're only part-timers after all. Yeah, let's finish up our work, head home, and enjoy our evening with our feet up. I've been working at this delivery company as a part-timer for the past 3 years. I'm working in accounting, and it's a relatively big company, so there's a lot of work to be done. But I earned a bookkeeping qualification after high school, and I've been working in accounting ever since before I met my husband. So I've been able to make full use of the skills I've gained up until now in this job. I'm really not exaggerating when I say the workload is massive. But thanks to my colleague Saito, who's been working at this company for much longer than I have, we've been managing pretty well. If I was stuck doing this job with anyone else, I'm pretty sure things wouldn't have gone this smoothly. Ataru, I'm home! It's the first time I haven't had to work overtime in ages. How about we watch a movie after we have dinner?
It's a shame you don't get paid for the extra time you work. You're only a part-timer, so I don't understand why you have to feel the same amount of responsibility that you'd expect from someone that's working full-time.
Saito tried negotiating with the section chief to give us overtime pay in the past, but apparently he was really opposed to the idea because, according to him, we were just too slow at doing our jobs. Can you believe that? What an idiot. He should try doing all the work that we're completing in a day himself, and then he'll understand how tough it actually is. I bet you he wouldn't be able to finish even half of the work I finish myself, let alone match what Saito does.
He clearly doesn't understand how important accounting is, and how fatal it would be for the company if a mistake was made.
Right? You've got to have a strong attention to detail for this job, and with our workload, we've got to work fast, or we'll be buried under documents and receipts. It's been really frustrating that we can't get paid for our extra work, so Saito and I have been desperate to finish our work within hours. I couldn't do that with anyone else.
I'm glad you're home early, Chirako, but don't push yourself too hard. I don't want you getting sick because your manager's a jerk.
Don't worry, I won't let myself get sick. My current motto is mind over matter. This is a battle for our work rights. I don't want to give that guy the satisfaction.
That's my wife. When it comes to stubbornness, I don't think you could lose to anyone.
Chirako, it looks like we'll be able to make it on time today as well. We only have these documents to check and we'll be done. Woohoo! Take that, Section Chief. Don't underestimate our skills when it comes to organizing files and inputting data. Saito really is a brilliant accountant, and even with my comparatively short experience, I can tell she's the best of the best. I'm not surprised since she used to work as the personal assistant to the CEO of a major corporation. When she got married, she left that job to become a housewife, but decided to get back into work when her children all became adults and went to university. She's already been working at this part-time job for over 8 years, so she's always been a great and reliable colleague, and I admire her strength and vitality. I hope that I can become as great a mentor as she's been to me.
Saito, could you come to my office for a moment, please? There's something important I'd like to discuss with you.
Section Chief, is there a problem? I wonder what he wants, but it's nothing good. Don't lose to him, Saito. I don't know. I guess I'll just have to go and see. Thank you, Chirako. Let me know what he said when you come back. I'll finish up these documents while you're in there with him. Saito, what did the Section Chief say to you? Was everything okay? It was ridiculous. I can't believe the nerve he has to do something like this. Chirako, I'm gonna resign. What? Why all of a sudden? What happened with the Section Chief? Do you really have to resign? The truth is, he told me that I'll have to work as part of the delivery team from next month. He said that I wouldn't be needed in the accounting team anymore. What? You're kidding, right? He actually said that you'll be transferring to the delivery team? I wish I were joking. I'm already 55 years old, and I often get bouts of back pain after just moving some boxes of documents. I don't have the strength or stamina to work in delivery where the loads will be much heavier. There's no way I can do it. He's obviously doing it on purpose. This is harassment. I can't believe he would say something like that to a precious member of staff. Pretty sure he's doing it to indirectly tell me to resign, so I'll give him what he wants. I'm leaving this company before I get transferred. I'm not going to break my back just to keep this job, but You got this job for your accounting background, didn't you? Why would he suddenly try and transfer you to the delivery team? Why does he want to get rid of you now of all times? He told me there wouldn't be any space left after she comes back. What do you mean? Reiko. What? Reiko's coming back? You don't mean the Reiko that left the company when she got married, right? Please tell me you're talking about another Reiko that I don't know about. That's the one. I wish I was talking about a different Reiko too, but it's her. The Reiko you replaced when you came in 3 years ago. I heard that she's gotten a divorce and asked the section chief for her old job back. But how could she get it back so easily? Her old space has already been filled by me. In that case, shouldn't the section chief tell her that she has to go find another job? Or, keep all 3 of us, considering how hard it is for just the 2 of us to handle this amount of work? I asked the section chief that too, but he said that there was no need for 3 people on the accounting team, and said that I would have to be transferred if I wanted to have a job at this company. That doesn't make any sense at all. Why do you have to make way for Rico? What is this company thinking? Of course we need 3 people to cover this workload. Most days we end up working overtime because we can't finish everything on time. We don't even have time to have a full lunch break. I know, that's why I'm resigning. I've had enough of the section chief and his unreasonable demands. This is beyond unreasonable. This is power harassment. And why does the section chief think that Reiko will be able to replace you? I've heard about her work ethic and it's nothing good. She's an infamous slacker. Everyone has a story to tell about the way she manages to escape from having to do work. She really is. If slacking were an art, she's a genius. I don't know how many times she's disappeared from her desk without me even realizing, and the number of times I've had to drag her back to it. Anyway, I've heard rumors that she's related to one of the higher-ups, an executive or something, so that must be how she got her job back this time too. Just a normal old part-timer. There's no way I can win against that. That's it. I'm gonna complain to the section chief. I can't just stand by and watch you lose your position to some woman that can't even do her job properly. Don't waste your time, Tarako. I'm happy that you're so eager to defend me, but I tried arguing with him too, and he wouldn't budge. He would only say that I'm just a part-timer and that I had no choice but to follow his orders. He even went as far as to say that if I didn't like it, that I could leave and never come back. That little man. He goaded that I probably wouldn't be able to find another part-time job if I did that, considering how old I was. But I won't give in to his provocation. I'm leaving. Honestly, I don't know why I worked so hard at this job for the past 8 years. It makes me sad just thinking about how it's all been a waste of time.
You're joking? Something like that happened? So Saito's gonna have to resign? Just so this Reiko woman can have her job back?
Yeah, it's really frustrating. We've managed to fight together all this time, but now I feel like we've lost the battle and the war.
On top of that, it's going to get really rough for you working without Saito from now on. Your workload's going to increase. At worst, it might even double.
Huh? Why would my workload increase?
If Saito leaves and she's replaced by this Reiko woman, you'll have to work with Reiko to complete all the work you've been doing with Saito up until now, right? You're always praising Saito for how efficiently she works.
Yeah, she's the best accountant I've ever seen in all the companies I've ever worked, but it's still been really hard for us to finish everything.
Didn't you say that Reiko was an infamous slacker? You won't be able to rely on her to do her part.
Crap, I completely forgot about that. What do I do? I'll have to do 2 people's worth of work. How am I going to survive without Saito? I can't let this happen.
Charako, I don't know how you didn't notice that earlier.
God, I'm dead. I'll have to do overtime every single day, and even that won't be enough.
I have an idea. It's a bit aggressive, but I think it will make everyone involved much happier.
What is it? At this point, I'll literally do anything so that Saito can keep her job.
Why don't you resign instead?
What? How will that help anyone?
Well, the reason why Saito was told to transfer to the delivery team was because the section chief said that you don't need 3 people on the accounting team, right? If you resign instead, then Saito doesn't have to be transferred, and she'll get to keep her job.
Yeah, that's true. You have a point.
Saito's already 55 years old, isn't she? I hate to say the same thing as the section chief, but the harsh reality is that the companies do tend to avoid hiring older people. It'll be harder for her than it will be for you to find a new job.
And she would definitely be able to keep Reiko's slacking habits more in check than I could ever manage to.
You should resign and find a new job. This time you can find a place that treats you right and pays you for the time you work after hours. Or better yet, a job that makes sure that the workload balance is level, so that you don't have to stay after hours in the first place.
You're right. I don't know why I didn't think about that when I was talking with Saito earlier.
And you don't have to find a job straight away. You deserve a good long vacation after all the trouble you've been through. We haven't even had a proper date recently. My parents will be happy to babysit. What do you think?
I think that's a really good idea. Thank you, honey. I believe in striking while the iron's still hot, so I decided that the first thing I would do when I arrived at the office the next day would be to talk to the section chief. Of course, with my resignation letter in hand. Section Chief, I've enjoyed the past 3 years at this company, but I'd like to resign for personal reasons. This is going to be my last month at this job.
What? You too? Sorry, Chariko, but I'd like you to rethink your decision. It'll be really troublesome if you leave right now.
If I resign, then Saito won't have to be transferred, right? I'm going to resign no matter what you say, so give my position to Saito.
Yes, well, unfortunately Saito had already resigned. She came to me yesterday to tell me that she'd rather resign than be transferred. She's no longer working for us.
What? She's already gone? But I thought we needed to give 2 weeks' notice.
She said that she wanted to use up the last of her paid holidays since she hadn't had any time off for the last few months, and she won't be coming back. She wouldn't even stick around to let Reiko readjust to the job. I don't know how she plans to get another job if she's that irresponsible.
So she's really not coming back. There's no point if I resign now?
Exactly. If you leave right now, we won't have anyone in the accounting team until Reiko comes in. Now, you know that there's no saving Reiko by sacrificing yourself. Maybe you could rethink your resignation? We really need you.
Turns out I was too late. Saito already handed in her resignation before she went home last night, so the section chief told me that I might as well stick around if there was no reason for me to leave.
So now you're back to square one. That's tough. I guess you won't be free of the job that easily.
Yeah, if I were to leave now, the company would be left without an accountant, and that's not good in the short or long term. I don't really have a choice, but I don't know how they expect me to be able to handle it.
But I'm amazed. She actually resigned on the day that she was told that she would be transferred. She got a lot of resolve. No wonder she worked so effectively.
Yeah, and her desk was completely empty, too. She must have tidied it all right away after resigning, too. There was nothing left except this note she wrote for me.
She must have been worried about leaving you to do this job alone, too. Especially since she's actually worked with Reiko before. What did the letter say? Maybe she's got some tips for dealing with her.
Dear Tarako, I'm sorry for leaving so suddenly without telling you anything in advance. It must have been a shock for you to find out that I was gone and that you'd have to deal with accounting by yourself until Reiko returns to work. And I know that it won't be easy, even when she does return. But I really couldn't forgive the section chief's attitude, and I didn't want to spend another day working under his management. I don't know what I might have done if he made another comment about how we're only part-timers and should just obey his orders. The only thing that gave me relief was typing up that resignation letter and throwing it in his stupid face. There's one thing I need to tell you. I hope that it might help you. The truth is, the section chief and Reiko are having an affair. Apparently it began when Reiko first started working at this company, so it's been going on since before Reiko got married. It continued right under her husband's nose until he found out. That's why she's getting a divorce, and that's the reason why it was so easy for her to get her job back. It seems that the section chief felt responsible for breaking up her marriage and did whatever he could to return her to her previous position. I'd had my doubts when I was working with Reiko, since she disappeared much too often and for much too long for her not to get in trouble, and they always seemed too close to be simple colleagues. I never said anything because I didn't have any evidence. But my doubts were confirmed by the office cleaner when I happened to speak with him today before I decided to give my resignation. It's very frustrating, but that's the reason why I was going to be transferred for some horrible love affair between Reiko and the section chief. So that's why I stepped up and decided to resign straight away. I hope you'll forgive me for leaving you alone, and hope this might help you find relief as well.
This really is an incredible situation. The section chief was having an affair and got rid of Saito so that he could give his lover her job back?
Yeah, I guess the rumor about her being related to an executive wasn't true. They must have spread it themselves to give explanation for why she hadn't been fired for her total lack of work ethic. She was just being given better treatment because she was going out with the section chief.
That's a pretty horrendous example of bringing personal matters into work, and it's a complete abuse of power. He should really lose his job.
Exactly. Why the hell does Saito have to lose her job for that stupid section chief's mistress? She doesn't deserve treatment like this after how hard she's worked for this company.
It's crazy that your company actually allows this to happen, too. They really need to look into their human relations.
That's it. I've decided. I'm resigning after all. I'm not working for a company that treats its hardworking employees like this and lets people like the section chief and Rico do whatever they like. The next day, instead of going to the section chief, I went higher up, to the department manager to talk about my resignation. Sir, as of today, I'm going to resign from my position in accounting.
Yamamoto, was it? Can I hear your reasons for wanting to resign at such a late notice? I won't stop you, but we do ask that our employees give 2 weeks, so I think that I can ask that much. In the first place, does your section chief know that you're here?
No, sir, I didn't know. Chariko, what are you doing? I thought that we spoke about this. You can't leave right now.
The second he found out that I had gone to his direct manager, the section chief had come after me and came into the department manager's office. Well, this is perfect. I'd like both of you to hear what I have to say. As of today, I'm not working for this company. I'm leaving, no matter how much you tell me that I'll be causing trouble for the rest of you.
And I'm telling you, you can't. Chariko, you've got to rethink this. If you leave right now, we'll have no one else in the accounting team. It'll cause more than just trouble for this company. We'll have chaos on our hands.
Didn't another member of your team just resign a few days ago? I think she was called Saito. She had been working here for a long time, and had been doing a great job, so it was quite unexpected.
That's right, sir. We already lost one member ahead of the schedule, so we can't afford to lose another so soon. If Chariko leaves, there won't be anyone to keep the records up to date, and if that falls behind, well, it's just a disaster waiting to happen. We'll be in a lot of trouble.
Chariko, if there's any dissatisfaction you have with your job or work environment, could you tell us? It's the company's job to keep our employees happy. If we can't do that, we'll be losing valuable employees left, right, and center. If there's anything to fix, I'd be glad to hear what it is. If you'd like a raise, we can definitely take that into consideration.
Listen to me, Chariko. You and Saito are much too self-centered. Don't you feel any responsibility towards your work? You've got to think about the company before suddenly demanding that you want to leave. This is why part-timers are so useless. They think that they can get away with anything because they're not working full-time.
Kaboom! Something inside me snapped, and I couldn't hold back the anger welling up inside me. What? Irresponsible? Are you being serious? You're telling me that I'm being irresponsible? Look who's talking! You're the idiot that's bringing a love affair into the workplace and using your authority to give your mistress her job back. Sir, I have nothing but dissatisfaction toward this job. Saito and I were forced to complete a ridiculous amount of work between the two of us, and we didn't get any overtime pay for working out of hours, even though we didn't do anything but work tirelessly for this job just to get our workload finished. With Saito, I was able to manage, and we endured everything that was thrown our way together, but apparently, just because some woman called Riko, who's the section chief's mistress, wants her old job back, Saito was about to be transferred to the delivery team. She had no choice but to resign. And you ask why we're dissatisfied?
Mistress? You're trying to hire your mistress? Are you being serious?
Sir, no, I can explain. She's lying. Reiko doesn't mean anything to me.
The section chief and Reiko have been having an affair for years.
Chariko, what on earth are you saying? This is a very serious accusation you're making. Take it back right now.
Abuse of authority and power. Having extramarital affairs in the workplace. The section chief's behavior is beyond inappropriate. He should be punished. I refuse to work in a company that allows him to run loose. I'm resigning if nothing is done.
Section chief, we've got a lot to talk about later on. I'll have to call the directors and the company president. They'll be very interested in what you have to say for yourself.
Sir, I'm begging you. Please don't take this crazy woman seriously. She's lying. Of course I haven't done any of that. There's no reason to call the president.
In the end, the section chief's misdemeanors were made known to the board of directors. Thankfully, he was demoted. I hear that his pay was docked for a few months, too. Reiko didn't get her job back after all, and thanks to the president's efforts, Saitao was able to return to the company and rejoin the accounting team. We celebrated her return, and we also celebrated the arrival of a third accountant, when it was reported to the higher-ups that our workload was much too large for just 2 people to bear. Improvements were also made to our environment, and I'm happy to say that we're now receiving pay for the time we work after hours. If I think about it like that, I feel a little gratitude toward the section chief and Rico. Not! Both of them deserve to suffer for what they've done.
Just because I'm infertile doesn't make it okay to have an affair!
This wasn't an affair. Since we can't have kids, I was just getting a little help for us.
That doesn't make any sense!
You love kids, don't you, Kay?
Yeah, but...
When you were told that you couldn't have children, weren't you the one that was the most upset?
Even if we couldn't have a child between the two of us, we could have adopted, or there were other ways to do it.
It would be too late if we did any of that.
You're the worst!
But why?
You're just trying to justify cheating on me!
No! I did it because I love you, Kay.
Whatever! That's it! We're getting a divorce! My name is Kei Miyanohara. I'm a 28-year-old working husband. I work as a personal trainer at MoniRobo sports gym, and I work out a lot myself, too. I met my wife, Sari, at a singles event in the city, and at the beginning of this year, we got married. We were as happy as any newlyweds would be, and life was great. However, there was one terribly saddening reality. That is, that I'm infertile. Because of that, we were in a situation where it would be hard for us to have children, and I was overwhelmed with guilt and sadness about it.
It's okay. Even if we don't have kids, you're my husband and I'm your wife, right? We'll be able to find our own happiness, day by day.
I was saved time and time again by my wife's kind words. It was hard for someone like me, who really loves kids, but the chances weren't completely zero. I decided not to panic and take my time enjoying life with my wife, and half a year had gone by. And as for the reason why we're in this situation now... Sorry, it's already 10 p.m. at night. When are you planning on coming home?
Oh, sorry. I completely forgot to message you.
Jeez, are you drunk?
How did you know?
Look, I really don't want to say things like this, but recently, you've been going out to the bars too much.
Why not? Let me. I'm also working full-time and I'm tired. I want to let loose a little. Do you know how hard it is to be a hairstylist?
I'm pretty sure you finish work at 6 p.m., don't you?
Kay, you're too serious sometimes.
Wait a minute, don't tell me you've been drinking since 6 p.m.?
No, that would be too much. I just happened to run into someone I know on the way home, and they invited me to dinner, and we've been on a roll. What, are you mad?
If you're going to be back late, then you should have let me know earlier. I thought you were going to be home, so I already made dinner for both of us.
Don't you think you're overreacting? You don't have to get so mad.
It's a waste to throw it away, so I guess I'll pack it as my lunch for tomorrow.
Yeah, please go ahead and do that.
Hey, are you at the bar with your friend?
No, he's my senior colleague from the part-time job I had when I was a student.
What?
Don't worry, it's not like that at all. We're just catching up.
That's not the issue!
Why are you so mad? It's so unlike you.
You should have a little more self-awareness that you're a married woman!
What, do you not trust me?
How many times have you done this? Up until now, you would say you were hanging out with your girlfriends when you leave the house, but you were actually with that guy?
You worry too much, Kay. Everyone does this, you know.
No matter how you think about it, you're married, and yet you're hanging out one-on-one with another guy!
Well, my dear husband, are you finally getting jealous?
Excuse me?
I knew you had a sweet side to you. Shoot, I think I may have fallen for you all over again.
How much have you had to drink?
Don't worry, my heart is protected by a steel wall. I'm in love with Kei Miyanohara. I'm all yours and yours only.
Hurry up and come home! It's past midnight!
Yes, sir.
I'll run the bath for you.
Thanks. This is why you're the best.
I have an early morning tomorrow, so I'm going to bed.
Aye, aye, Captain.
My wife, Sari, was someone who had a lot of friends and acquaintances. Regardless of guy or girl, if she was invited to go anywhere, she would gladly tag along. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't feeling jealous. Even though we just got married, Sari's actions only escalated. What do I do? I found myself thinking about it often, even at work. Yo, Kay! Oh, hey, Takuya. It's been a while. Whose fault is that? You never call me. My bad. Work's been pretty busy. Don't worry about it. You're the #1 most popular trainer at MoniRobo Sports Gym, right? Hey, don't tease me! I was being serious. Anyway, it's rare for you to call me out of nowhere. What's up? Did something happen? Well... It's about your wife. There's something I want to tell you. Did something happen to Sari? Your wedding 6 months ago got real rowdy. And there was even an after party, right? Yeah. That guy that was sitting on the bride's guest side? What is it? Stop beating around the bush and just tell me. That guy and your wife? Seems like they've been meeting up secretly. What? Look, I don't know the details or nothing, but I found that guy's account on MoniStagram and... Are you serious right now? It wasn't a private account, and at first I thought I was seeing things. Tell me, what kind of posts were they? They didn't even blur out their faces. There were multiple photos of the two of them looking like a couple, holding hands and all over each other. Are you kidding me? Does that mean that last month at that bar? No, calm down, Kay. It could also be a misunderstanding by Takuya. I need to think logically. The woman just might be a lookalike, and I know it ain't my place to say nothing. So, don't worry too much about it. Yeah, I got it. Thanks for letting me know. When we both have some time, let's go out for a nice meal soon. I'll treat you to some barbecue if you want, since I got my bonus recently. Well, if you insist, I'll gladly accept. Okay, I'll be in touch. After getting off the phone with my best friend, Takuya, my mind was a mess. It wasn't just the doubt that Sari might be hanging out with another guy, but also that she might actually be cheating on me. I felt like I was getting hit by a truck. Just like he said, there was plenty of a possibility that it was just a woman who looks like Sari. If I doubt her too much, then it might backfire and I might hurt her. I should trust her first and foremost, was what I decided, and I went about my days as usual. However, Sari, that's enough already! How many times do you have to do the same thing until you're satisfied?
Sheesh. You don't have to get that mad about it.
I heard from Takuya!
Takuya? You mean your best friend?
That guy just so happened to come across a photo of you on MoniStagram!
What?
Apparently, it was a photo of you looking very lovey-dovey with another guy. So I also looked it up and saw everything! At first, I wanted to believe that it was Takuya's misunderstanding, but after today, I now know it was all the truth!
I didn't know he had another account.
Are you finally going to admit to cheating on me with that guy from the bar?
I wasn't cheating, though.
You knew that I was on the evening shift tonight, right?
Yeah?
And it was your day off! So when I woke up, you were probably still in your dream.
Where did you see me?
At the cafe, near MoniRobo Sports Gym. When I was on my way to work, I saw it with my own eyes that you were with another guy having the time of your life.
Like I said, he's just my former colleague that I used to go to work with.
I thought he looked familiar, and it really was that guy who came to our wedding. It was exactly as Takuya said. Normally, would a married woman hold hands with any other guy that isn't her husband?
Well, that's...
Look, please, just tell me the truth.
That person is...
The guy's name was Yuto. He was 29 years old, 1 year older than us. Apparently, he was a very popular hairstylist who would be fully booked for days at a time. Sari met him at beauty school, and she said they used to date for a while too. Yuto graduated first and got a job, and they started fighting a lot. Then they broke up. After that, they hadn't been in contact at all. That means that he was Sari's ex-boyfriend, and I couldn't figure out why on earth she would invite her ex-boyfriend to her wedding. I was starting to get dizzy just thinking about it. Who reached out first?
I did.
So even though you guys broke up and already had no contact, why did you try to get back in touch with him?
Because I was...
I can't hear you. Say it again.
Because I wasn't sure if we were in love.
What?
You never use your words to tell me, and since you won't take the same days off as me, we can't even go out on dates. I felt like we were becoming less and less of a married couple, and it scared me.
I'm sorry. I don't understand at all.
I was trying to think of ways that I could be more lovey-dovey with my Kay that I love.
And this was your conclusion?
I thought that maybe if I were to hang out with another guy, then maybe you would love me more.
So let me get this straight. In order to purposely make me jealous, you cheated on me and invited him to our wedding?
I didn't know about them on Instagram account. This is the first time I'm hearing about his other accounts, and that he was uploading those pictures.
Either way, it doesn't change the fact that you were cheating on me.
This is all your fault.
For what it's worth, I wanted to be happy with you. That's why I married you. You said I wasn't telling you with my words, but that's your misunderstanding.
That's not true. You were always only thinking about your job.
Anytime I had a moment at work, I would be messaging you. And whenever we couldn't have dinner together, I would leave a letter expressing my love and gratitude for you on the table next to dinner. If I didn't love you, I never would have married you. Don't you feel the same way?
I'm sorry.
If all that you were doing was hanging out and drinking together, or catching up at the cafe, then I could think about forgiving you for everything.
Well, then we can just say that the baby in my stomach is yours, right?
Excuse me?
Yeah, because you're so nice. I'm so glad I married you.
Hey, wait a minute!
I don't know the gender yet, but personally, I hope it's a girl.
When she said the word baby, I was stunned! Recently, Sari and I hadn't had a night together like that. The last time we did it was... I don't know when. I can't even remember. Either way, there was no way that it was mine. I decided to confront her even more. Sari? Are you telling me that you're pregnant?
That's right, even though it's only 2 to 3 weeks right now.
Whose child is that?
Don't be silly. Obviously, it's yours and mine.
Nope, that's definitely a baby you've made with Yuto.
How can you say that? That's awful!
Didn't you say we can just say that the baby in my stomach is yours? You're trying to mask the situation by saying you did it to make me jealous, and yet you're already deep into it with him?
When I told him that we were troubled because of your fertility, he said that he would help us.
I can't do this. You're so out of your mind that it's hurting my head.
It's true. You and this baby might not be related by blood.
What do you mean, might not be? It's 100% not!
Even then, you love kids, so you'll take care of it all the same, right?
That's not what this is about!
Why not?
Just because I'm infertile doesn't make it okay to have an affair!
This wasn't an affair. Since we can't have kids, I was just getting a little help for us.
That doesn't make any sense!
You love kids, don't you, Kay?
Yeah, but...
When you were told that you couldn't have children, weren't you the one that was the most upset?
Even if we couldn't have a child between the two of us, we could have adopted, or there were other ways to do it.
It would be too late if we did any of that.
You're the worst!
But why?
You're just trying to justify cheating on me!
No, I did it because I love you, Kay.
Whatever, that's it! We're getting a divorce!
Kay!
And so, I'm sure you can see the reason behind the biggest fight we've ever had. Currently, I've left the house, and I'm taking a few deep breaths at a business hotel nearby. I can only imagine that she was already going down the wrong path since before we got married. Cheated on me to make me jealous? It was such a ridiculous way to go about it that I could feel myself getting depressed just thinking about it. Just like that, my supposedly happy, newlywed life was closing its curtains after just 6 months. I know it's been a tough time. Sorry, Kay. Thanks, Takuya. These last 2 weeks have been pretty crazy, haven't they? Yeah. Sari's parents are reasonable people, so I was somehow able to get the divorce through. Even still, looks like your wife had something wrong with her head. I don't know. I think I have myself to blame too. I should have realized at the point when she was hanging out at night with another guy. Nah, the person who cheated is 100% at fault. I don't know. I know you'll find another great woman in no time. Want me to introduce you to someone? Thanks, but I'm going to pass. I only just got divorced. I'm not really looking. You're right. My bad. That's alright. I know you're just trying to make me feel better. In times like this, the best thing to do is to eat something delicious and forget about it. Meet me in front of the train station. Your best friend will treat you to a high-end restaurant. After that, time flew by in a blink, and before I knew it, 5 years had already passed by. I transferred to the MoniRobo sports gym in a different state, almost immediately after getting the divorce. Every now and then, I was going back to my hometown to meet up with Takuya, but otherwise, my days were consumed by work. I wasn't having any luck with relationships, or so I thought I wouldn't, but I had started dating my colleague at the head of marketing for the gym, Kyoko Kisanagi. She was an incredibly kind woman who accepted me and understood my past traumas as well.
This burger is so good.
Rookie Burger is a famous chain restaurant. They have them all over the country.
I didn't know that.
Is this your first time having it?
My hometown is in the middle of nowhere, so we didn't have a single fast food restaurant anywhere nearby.
I see.
I knew of the name, but today is my first time trying it.
Well then, today's going to be your Rookie Burger anniversary date.
I'm just happy that I got to have it with you.
She's so cute. And what a beautiful smile.
What should we do after we finish eating?
Why don't we go to the museum nearby? They're doing an exhibit on Vincent van Gogh's works.
I want to go. I'm a big fan of Van Gogh.
Perfect. Then let's get going pretty soon.
Kay!
Sorry?
I'm so glad I finally found you.
Hey, get off me! What are you doing? And in public nonetheless.
What are you saying? We're a married couple, aren't we? There's no need to be embarrassed.
No. You and I are ex-married.
Even if we got a divorce, we were once in love together. Let's hurry up and get remarried and go back to the way things were.
Seriously, stop that! Don't touch me!
After we broke up, I was so depressed.
Yeah, I was cheated on, and my heart and my body were a disaster.
After my parents paid the settlement, they disowned me.
That's no surprise.
I was pregnant at the time. Don't you think that's awful?
It's not the baby's fault at all, but you destroyed my life.
It was your fault. Because you never showed me any affection, I had to... with him.
I want nothing to do with a woman who cheats just to make her partner jealous. Even if the world ended tomorrow, I'd refuse.
What did you say?
Anyway, why are you here?
This is where Yuto's hometown is. 3 months ago, he moved back here to set up his own salon.
I asked for a transfer because I wanted to get away from her. This is the worst.
5 years ago, at the same time as giving birth, I got remarried.
So you finally got together with your boyfriend. Congrats.
No, it's not happy at all. It turns out that Yuto is a complete male chauvinist and misogynist. I was tricked. He made me quit my job as a hairstylist that I loved so much. And after that, he made me basically a hostage. He yells at me to make sure everything is perfect around the house. And when my daughter cries, he takes it out on the house and destroys it.
Weren't you dating him when you were a student, though?
I didn't know his true colors back then. But now I know that Yuto is scarier than the devil.
You can't even raise your child properly?
Stop it! Our daughter is crying!
Shut up, both of you! Crying and complaining, I've had enough! I'm over here working with no days off! Do you even understand? Huh?
What on earth happened to you? When I got pregnant, you were so happy.
I didn't think that thing was going to be crying non-stop like that. Just when I thought she was finally in preschool, so maybe she would grow up.
That's because you yell at her so much.
What did you say?
Even when my daughter tries to play with her dad, he just plays games on his phone and ignores her.
What's wrong with me having some hobbies and enjoying them?
This girl isn't just my daughter, you know.
And what makes you think you can talk back to me like that?
It's not like that.
You were planning on raising that kid with your ex-husband as if it was yours, aren't you? From the very beginning, you just wanted my sperm, and you lured me in and tricked me. Am I wrong? You should just be grateful that I even married you. Sorry, you're a complete piece of crap that only thinks about yourself. You're scum of the earth.
No.
Seriously, it's so loud. If you don't make her shut up, do you know what's going to happen? Do you?
Someone please help.
It's amazing that you decided to get back together with that guy.
That's because you cornered me into a divorce.
Stop making everything my fault, even to this day, when you know that the reason was all because you cheated on me!
But my child didn't do anything wrong.
You'll never understand, will you? This is pointless.
Hey, why don't we start over? You and me?
Huh?
Look, my daughter loves people. She's always smiling at people she meets for the first time. She's super cute. This is your new dad. Come on, say hi.
The little girl, wearing a very cute dress, just stood there and stared at me. To be honest, it didn't look like she loves people at all. If anything, she looked terrified of adults. This is just my guess, but things were probably smooth sailing in the beginning after getting remarried to Yuto, until one day, his attitude did a 180, and their lives completely changed. Sari was financially and emotionally at her wit's end, and she ran away with her daughter. In the midst of that, she happened to run into me like this. When Sari tried to make her child shake hands with me, right at that moment...
Please stop. What? Kay is clearly uncomfortable, and your daughter looks like she's about to cry, too. Who the hell are you? I am very grateful to be dating Kay. My name is Kyoko Kisanagi. Nice to meet you. What? Kay is living a new life already, and to be straight with you, you're in the way. Who the hell does she think she is? And who is the one that traumatized him by hurting him so deeply? I heard that you cheated on him to make him jealous. Yeah, and what? No matter which way you think of it, it's wrong. Just because you're Kay's current girlfriend, don't get carried away. You're one to talk when you can't think of anybody else but yourself. How dare you? It's not Kay's responsibility to protect your daughter, Miss Sari. It's you. It's impossible! That guy is going to chase after me, no matter what! Then why don't you go to the police? And what if they don't do anything? Then what happens to me? That's not Kay's problem, and you can't rely on him for your own issues. But my parents also left me. I don't know what to do. Do you really think it's a time for you to be complaining? If you want to have a better life with your daughter, then you need to step up and do something about it yourself.
Kyoko.
I called the police on your behalf already and told them about your situation. What? All you have to do now is go to the nearest station and explain it through your own words. And please don't get Kay involved any further.
Sorry.
Kay, you'll help, right? Won't you?
No, I won't.
How could you?
I'm not that child's parent. All I can tell you is to go to the police, too.
I can't do this.
Kyoko, we should get going now.
Yes.
Well then, goodbye. For good this time.
No, why is this happening to me?
Sari did exactly as she was told and went to the police station and reported her husband's domestic violence and abuse. As a result, Yuto was arrested for assault and abuse. Even though his salon had just opened, the town quickly found out the truth about him, and it shut down immediately. There were bruises and scars left all over my ex-wife Sari's body, and after seeing the extent of the abuse, it's expected for him to get a pretty heavy sentencing. Even though she cheated on me and we got a divorce, I couldn't help but feel bad for her. She must have grabbed her daughter and ran away, knowing that their lives depended on it. Sari's mental health crumbled, and she was admitted into the hospital for long-term treatment. She was in no state to raise a child, so her daughter was placed to live in a childcare center. We can only hope that the little girl can find some happiness now. In some ways, it may be the retribution for the hell that Sari went through.
They said the baby is doing really well and growing big. Looks like we have nothing to worry about, Kay.
I'm so glad we didn't give up and continued infertility treatment. I'm so happy. My eyes are getting wet.
Dad, it's still too soon to start crying.
Kyoko, thank you. Thank you so much for becoming my wife.
I am also grateful for you, Kay.
I guess it's lame for a man almost 40 years old to be crying like this.
No, not at all.
No matter what happens, no matter where we go, I'm going to protect you and our baby if my life depends on it.
Me too.
When we get back home, I'll make dinner that's perfect for this stage of pregnancy. Low sodium and full of nutrition.
All of your homemade cooking is always delicious. I can't wait.
After all of that, Kyoko and I got married, and I began male infertility treatments. It did take us a few years, but eventually, we were able to get pregnant with our first child. The fertility doctor congratulated us, and we both cried tears of joy. No matter what kind of hurdles we face from now on, I know that we can get through them together. I can't wait to become the happiest family of 3 on Earth. This was going to be a happy new beginning, and the start of the best chapter of my life.